was a diamond who invaded Earth, saw its beauty and its worth. Mom made an army and she fought herself. Did that even end up mattering when she faked her own shattering? Mom lived in hiding by the name of Rose, with the friends she'd made and the form she chose. Now all that's left of her exists in me, and I think that we can all agree that is a little bit upsetting. I'd rather think about a wedding. Let's think about cake. Let's think about flowers. Let's think about dressing up and dancing around for hours. There's an awful lot of awful things we could be thinking of, but for just one day, let's only think about love.
Okay, Sapphire. I gotta get dressed for a big day now, so no peeking. And no future vision either.
Okay.
Oh, Stephen, I just wish I could have said something sooner about Rose and Pink.
We could think about lies that we told in the past.
It's so hard.
We could think about hurt feelings and how long they can last.
Move on.
Or we could think about hope.
Hope?
You know I've been hoping
About what?
that everything's better now, everything's out in the open. Bismuth, is that what you're wearing to the wedding?
It's the nicest thing I own.
Looking sharp. We could think about flowers, we could think about cake, we could think about wonderful promises we have the power to make. There's an awful lot of awful things we could be thinking of, but for just one day, let's only think about love.
Maybe I shouldn't have picked up roses. Might be a little controversial.
We could all rethink how we feel about Rose when it comes to Pink and the things that she did in the past, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or we could both feel better, cause we could think about how we could think about us, and we could think about now.
Well, if we don't use these, we're gonna need something else.
No worries, Peridot's gathering more flowers right now. I'll go get her. But for just one day, let's only think about Peridot.
What if Lapis was right? Sooner or later, the diamonds are going to come for the cluster. We're all gonna die here.
We could think about war, we could think about fighting, we could think about long-lost friends we wish we were inviting. We could think about the broken gems in the cluster at the planet's core. Or we could think about the bubble we made so that they can't be hurt anymore. We could think about joy, we could think about pain, we could think about sunshine, we could think about rain. There's an awful lot of awful things we could be thinking of, but for just one day, let's only think about.
Just one day, let's only think about. Just one day, let's only think about. students are super athletic, super smart, and super motivated. But there's one thing they aren't. They aren't Wonder Colts. We fought magic more than once and come out on top. There's other schools, but none can make those claims. Nah, 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 nah. Together we are Canterlot. Come and cheer our name. This will be our year to win these games. We'll always be Wonder Colts forever. And now our time has finally arrived. 'Cause we believe in the magic of friendship. And you know, at the end of the day, it is we who survive. We're not the school we were before. Yeah, we're different now. We overcame the obstacles we faced. We're Canterlot United. And we'll never bow. So get ready to see us in first place. We'll always be Wonder Colts forever. And now our time has finally arrived. Our time is now. 'Cause we believe in the magic of friendship. And you know, at the end of the day, it is we who survive. At the end of the day, it is we who survive. Na 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 na. Wonder Colts united together. Na 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 na. Wonder Colts united. We'll always be Wonder Colts forever. And now our time has finally arrived. 'Cause we believe in the magic of friendship. And you know, at the end of the day, it is we who survive. At the end of the day, it is we who survive. I've walked through all these halls before. I've been in and out of every door. Whoa. There's nothing in this school that I don't know. In every class, my grade's the best, the highest score on every test. I think that means it's time for me to go. I know there's more that's out there, and I just haven't found it yet. I know there's more that's out there, another me I haven't met. This school is full of people, but still I don't belong. another place, another way. And I know there's more that's out there, and I'll find out someday. I'll find out someday.
We're gonna take you down. We're gonna take you down. We're gonna take you down.
Down,
Down, down. We're gonna take you out. We're gonna take you out. We're gonna take you out. Take you out. We're not about to let you in, so get out of our way. Think you got us beat, but we're here to stay. United, strong, yeah, we'll take you down. You're not so tough, now you're in our town. All of the times we lost before, not about to give up, we're only bringing in more. We can smell your fear, we can see your sweat. Hope you didn't spend money cause you're losing this bet. You've got nothing on us, nah, 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 nah. Let's go, wonderful. You've got nothing on us, nah, 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 nah. Let's go, wonderful. Talk a little too much for a school that never wins. Maybe you should just stop before you even begin. We are Crystal Prep High and we have a reputation. Every little moment is about our education. Put your ear to the ground, listen to that sound. You're a house of cards and it's about to fall down. About to fall down, hit the ground. You've got nothing on us, nah, 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 nah. Let's go, Shadow Bolt. You've got nothing on us, nah, 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 nah. Let's go, Shadow Bolt. Pressure's on, now we're gonna beat you. Step aside, it's time that we defeat you. So prep yourself, cause you're about to go down, 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 down. Pressure's on, you know we're gonna take you. Just give up before we have to break you. Hands are not a lot, you're about to go down, 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 down. Take it up to the top, cause we know we can win. Maybe you should just stop, cause we've seen you give in. We believe in ourselves, and we've got what it takes, and we're not gonna stop.
I can't wait till this is all over. There's so much more that's going on.
Before these games are finally over, I'll find out just what she's done. Can she do it? Will she make it? Who will win it? Who will take it? Can she do it? Who will take it? Did she win it? Did she make it? Who's the winner? Who's the reject? How did she answer?
that you've always been an outcast. It's not everyone at school who likes to think. To find a student that's like you, I've had one or maybe two, but the good ones disappear before I blink. Now I understand you have your reservations. It's hard to have a brain as large as yours. But if we don't win these games, well, I think I've made it plain what will happen if we have the losing score.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then you're to blame. They all have used it, maybe abused it. So then why can't we do the same?
Call it power, call it magic. If we lose, it will be tragic. More important is the knowledge we'll have lost. A chance like this won't come again. You'll regret not giving in. Isn't understanding magic worth the cost?
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. We're not friends here after all. Our only interest in this business is seeing Canterlot High School
What I'm suggesting is very simple. And since it's win-win on all scores, you only want to learn about the magic that you have stored. And as for me and all the others, we only want what we deserve. That our school will clinch the win, and my legacy will endure.
Unleash the magic, unleash the magic. If we lose, then it's a crime. But we can win it if you begin it. It's up to you to not fail this time.
Unleash the magic, free the magic now.
Unleash the magic.